Very concerned about the onerous legislation that was being proposed. And many of you, as you know, were concerned because it impacted your livelihood, your profession, and your clients. But more importantly, we were concerned because it impacted other states. I was at a stakeholders meeting in the Northeast in Pennsylvania a few years back, and one legislator said, well, we're just going to adopt the Florida legislation. And we immediately said, please don't. There are serious concerns with that legislation, as you all knew. But most importantly, over the last 2 years, we've crisscrossed the state, and in the last 5 months, I've been in 15 states. Oklahoma, they started with a 10% fee cap. Now, our association just does not stand against fee caps. We believe fair and reasonable marketplace activity should take place. We don't start off by saying, we don't want a fee cap. We go in there and see what is the best impact of a bill for the homeowner, business owner, public adjusters, and yes, the many law firms that are representing you in Pennsylvania, Florida, and many other states. In Oklahoma recently, as you know, severe tornadoes occurred. We immediately met with Insurance Commissioner Dokes, and on Senate Bill 493, there was legislation that was not favorable for public adjusters. We sat down with him, we talked about the NAIC Model Act, which we support. We sat down with him and said, this is better language that we've done just recently in Rhode Island, please consider it. And I have to say that Senate Bill 493 passed unanimously, and it's one of the best bills now in the country for public adjusters. And why is that important? Because other regulators look at everything that happens in other states. 3 times a year, I will meet with the National Association of Insurance Commissioners, NAIC. NAIC meets with all regulators in 50 states. And as you know, there are only 47 states that license public adjusters. Alabama, Arkansas, and Alaska does not recognize a public adjuster. But just today, in Alabama, House Bill 593 is being considered to license public adjusters for the first time in the state history of Alabama. Why is that important? Because we looked at the model law, NAIC, and we've included that language. Now, at the stakeholders meeting, you have State Farm, you have Liberty Mutual, you have Allstate, Nationwide. All of the insurance carriers will be there, and they're arguing against those public adjusters. But we go in, and we've coined the phrase, the value of a public adjuster. And if you've not seen the video that has appeared in 28 states on Comcast News, the value of a public adjuster, please visit our website, because it's there for you to use when you meet with your clients and say, why do I need a public adjuster? I can tell you why you need a public adjuster. And my wife said it best. We went through an experience many years ago, and her comment was, in question to me, what does the public do if they don't know what a public adjuster does? And it's so important for you to continue to articulate that with your clients through the use of FAPIA and their excellent website and communication. And I want to compliment you again about the media coverage you're receiving. A few years ago, it was all negative. Now what I'm seeing on TV is positive information. It's educating the public about a public adjuster. And that's so important when we go and meet with the various different commissioners. In Georgia, Commissioner Hutchins, we met with them 2 years ago. We got on the ground first before it was even a bill. And yes, I shared it with the National Association of Public Insurance Adjusters. I feel we can work collegially together on many different language issues. And we may agree on 15 of 16 stakeholder items, and there may be one that they may disagree with, but we do work together. And I want to congratulate NAPIA for coining the phrase UPA. And we've worked closely with them on the unlicensed practice of public adjusting. Whenever I see a contractor or a roofer doing things in a state that they shouldn't be, we turn them into the departments of insurance. But in Georgia, you have another good bill. Fair and reasonable pricing, no fee caps, good public legislation for the homeowner and the business owner, another state that is now a good market for the professional. And I can go on. Rhode Island recently passed a bill. We testified the year before. Great language. And then we found during the regulatory process, which happens quite a bit, The Department of Insurance said, well, we can make these changes regulatorily. I said, no, you can't. The bill was enacted, it was signed by the governor, and you must follow the guidelines of that bill. And I'm pleased to say that bill passed unanimously. No fee caps, good language, and it allows you to work with your legal firms. It allows you to work with the customer and the homeowner on the best interest of the claim. Now let me talk about Louisiana real quick.